Well, as wildfires continue burning across parts of Southern California, there may be a new factor at play. A new study is revealing that climate change could be creating a troubling new pattern, bigger storms, but drier land over time.
We're joined live by Dr. Justin Mankin. He's an associate professor of geography, director of the Climate Modeling and Impacts Group at Dartmouth College, and also the senior author of this study. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I think for so many people, especially here in Southern California, where we had the devastating fires, then we had a winter of a lot of rain. So to see this study where it sounds like more rain, drier land, it sounds a little backwards. So talk about what's actually happening here.
Yeah, the results seem counterintuitive at first, but when we kind of figure out and explain the mechanism, it's pretty clear. So what we're saying is that when rain comes in fewer, heavier storms, instead of being spread out evenly through the year, the landscape just holds on to less of it. And what we find is that the effect is global, and it seems to be as big as how much total rainfall a place gets overall. What's happening is that as heavier rains pound the surface of the earth faster, that tends to be faster than the soil can absorb it, and that excess water pools at the surface, and then the atmosphere can re-evaporate it. So rather than that water going into our soils and our rivers and our streams, that water is being returned to the atmosphere more rapidly. You're just asking the land to drink from a fire hose.
Wow.
And what we find is California is one of the global hotspots for this effect.
Okay, absolutely not what we want to hear here in California. And I understand this is a big change over 4 decades of looking at this. Why is it changing, and were you surprised to see that it changed?
Yeah, one of the most kind of robust expectations we have about global warming is that it concentrates rainfall into heavier downpours. And so this effect is just kind of congruent with what we know to be the physics of where it rains and why. One of the things I think to hold for California is that it's kind of an amplification of the way rain is already delivered to the state. Atmospheric river events, these big heavy storms that tend to hit in winter, they are exactly this mechanism, right? That kind of a deluge that ponds more water or creates more runoff, and less of that water can be efficiently taken up by river streams and soils. You often aren't able to kind of leverage that water to carry you through the dry season. And you can see its association with things like wildfire outbreaks and drought.
Okay, Dr. Mankin, you seem like a very smart individual. You've got all the little, it looks like physics graphics behind you going on. Tell us, what can we actually do then? And should we be capturing water in a different way? Is there a solution here?
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing to hold, is the cognitive dissonance that floods and droughts are not opposites. They are connected. What we're talking about here is heavier downpours bringing the proximate hazard of floods and landslides and the flood management, standing water in the streets and those damages, while also kind of setting up drier conditions overall, and in particular for the summertime when people and ecosystems demand that water. They're the same problem, just manifesting on different time scales. And so from a management perspective, right, water infrastructure that was built for a climate we no longer have may not be workable for the climate that's unfolding and that we're seeing revealed in real time, right? Reservoirs, groundwater recharge basins, levees, stormwater systems, these things were all designed assuming that precipitation came in the form of snowfall on mountain peaks in the wintertime and was slowly released. And what we've seen with the latest snow drought in California and how it's kind of set up the wildfire season to start quite early, that is insufficient, right? So we do need to be thinking about what long-term hydrologic adaptation looks like in the state.
It's all very interesting. Okay, so let's say nothing changes. We do nothing different with water management, water resources. 10 years from now, what would things look like?
Yeah, well, I think you'd see what we're seeing now, which is the pricing out of the lowest income communities in the water economy of the American West. You would see more widespread crop failures. You'd see municipal water supply curtailments, even though per capita water demand has been declining in states like California year on year. I think what we're seeing is that we're maladapted, we're poorly adapted to the climate we have now, owing to a hydrologic regime regulatory and infrastructural regime that was hard-coded to a climate we no longer have. So as the climate continues to drift away from us, we're just going to see more of those impacts manifest and impact people's lives.
Well, not the results we wanted to hear, but, very important findings.
Yeah,
thank you for helping us understand this, Dr. Mankin. Very interesting work.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks.